Okay, we're here right now, just outside of the city of Beth Shemesh, where this hill you see, legend is, and it's pretty significant and pretty very powerful legend, that the body of Goliath, who David killed, David and Goliath, that the body of Goliath was buried here. And then the people would come and throw stones on his grave, okay? And they didn't do it to build a monument to Goliath, but they did it to always remember that David slew Goliath, that David, through the sling and the stone, conquered Goliath. But actually they didn't do it because of David. They did it because the Lord defeated Goliath. And there were so many people come, they would come and they would come and they would throw stones. And eventually you build a huge hill over top of the very burial place of Goliath, which is an incredible situation. And I've always, when I read the story, watch the steps here. When I've read the story about David and Goliath all my life as a child, I know that David killed Goliath down in the valley of Elah, where we've already been. And he cut off his head. And the Bible says that he took the sword of Goliath and gave it to the high priest. He took the armor of Goliath, David took it and put it in his own tent as his own trophy. But the head of Goliath, David took all the way to Jerusalem, 20 miles, because he wanted to bury it in the place of the skull. He wanted to bury it in Jerusalem as a spiritual conquering of the mighty giant of Goliath of Gath. And so this was a spiritual conquering. It's more than just a physical conquering. But the body of Goliath was then buried here, and the people would always come by and throw stones upon it to always remember that it was David threw the slingshot and the stone, but the Lord won the battle. And then I've always wanted to stand on top of Goliath, so I'm going to. Come with me. Why not? David stood on top of Goliath when he slew him that day. So Israel's got the camera right now coming with me. So you can see all the stones. Basically, this whole hill is nothing but stones. So yes, there's dirt here, of course, now as it's settled. But this is an entire hill. If you look at the rest of the area here, there's no more hills like this. I mean, why is there this one hill? Oh, it's because this one hill was made of the stones. So, stones like this, that the people would come and say, Goliath, you were defeated by our little David, but you were really defeated by the Lord himself. I'm Pastor Paul Begley, standing on top of the grave of Goliath here in the beautiful land of Israel. Are you serious?